Hello friends and welcome back. In today's video, we are decorating some of the main spaces in the house for Christmas. This is our first Christmas Decorate With Me of 2025. I am going to start here in the living room by just getting the tree up. I feel like that's always my starting point. If I'm just like not sure where to start, I just put the Christmas tree up, even if I don't decorate it for a few days, which is actually kind of how I went about it this year. It always kind of gets me in the mood. So this is a Christmas tree that we got from Balsam Hill a few years ago. They don't have this one anymore, but I will link a similar one down below. This one was called the Brewer's Spruce, and I love it because it has kind of this weepy silhouette to it. They do have one, like I said, that's pretty similar to it, but it's by far the most beautiful Christmas tree I've ever owned. So anyway, I have moved some furniture around. I feel like to find the best placement for my Christmas tree, I do have to move things around a bit, but we're going to get it set up and move over to the mantle. We will come back here and decorate the tree towards the end of the video. But I hope you guys enjoy today's video and also enjoy seeing Baxter. He's 6 months old now, and he definitely likes to be involved in the decorating. For the mantle, I'm starting with a cedar garland. So this is actually a 15-foot garland I bought for our staircase last year. And as you can see, all of the cedar falls to one direction, which I don't love for the mantle. So I decided to go ahead and pull it down and just cut it in half. It's just a little bit more versatile this way. I can still use it on the stairs in the future if I want to, but this way I can face the two stems opposite each other and have the cedar cascading down the sides in opposite directions. I think that just looks a lot nicer. In previous years, I have just used these Norfolk pine garlands on the mantle, which I have loved. I feel like every year I kind of elevate the look just a little bit more. A very traditional mantle, but this year I wanted it to feel just a little bit more layered. So I started with the cedar, which feels really fluffy and wispy, so I love that. And then we're gonna go in and add these Norfolk pine picks to fill it out, add a bit more texture to it and a bit more color variation. And then of course we're gonna put our classic deep red velvet bows on it to finish it off. Every year on a beautiful November weekend, we get out and start to decorate the outside of the house. So Luke hangs up our traditional white Christmas lights, and I do a little something to the porch. So this year I'm taking these 2 cedar garlands. I believe these are 10-foot garlands. And once again, facing them in opposite directions so that they cascade down the sides of the door. And then I will go back in with some contorted hazelnut, dried hydrangeas, eucalyptus, and pine cones to fill this thing out and really give it kind of this whimsical woodland feel. I love the way this turned out this year. And then after Thanksgiving, we will put up our window wreaths. And usually we do red bows, so it has a very like traditional feel on our old white house. Now, moving into the dining room, I am going to get the buffet cleared off because I got a package that I have been dying to open, but I wanted to do it on camera, and that is unboxing these buffet lamps that I got. So I've really wanted to just simplify what I have to do to the buffet, especially for the holiday season. We host a lot, and we use the buffet for food and for drinks, and putting a ton of decor over here just doesn't make sense. But when we're not hosting, I don't want it to look like there's just nothing on it. So I found a pair of buffet lamps and just decided to go traditional, put one on each side. It leaves us plenty of room, but it doesn't feel unfinished. I think these ended up being the perfect touch. And for the price, I was so impressed with the quality. I would say these are probably my best purchase of 2025. I absolutely love them. They also come in 3 different shade colors. So they had several options. I was a little worried the gold would be too bright for me, but I figured I could just use some rub and buff or aging wax or something if I didn't like it. But honestly, in person, it doesn't bother me at all. So very, very happy with this purchase. And I think they look so pretty and so traditional on the buffet. On the left, I have the Norfolk pine garland, and the right, I have the cedar. And I kind of just wanted to see which one I liked best over this buffet window. I decided to go with the cedar once again. I didn't have any more of those picks of the Norfolk pine to mix in, or I might have done that. I think I have a couple, but I just didn't have enough to do the whole thing. And I didn't want to double up my garlands because I do need to have enough to kind of go around the house. So I decided to go with cedar here and just add, again, a simple velvet red bow. I do like a layered garland. I like when, you know, people add in beaded garlands and things like that to their greenery. I think that's really beautiful, but sometimes I also just like really classic. So at least for now, I'm leaving it very simple, very classic. And then we're going to switch out a couple things over here on the plate wall just to give a little Christmassy touch before moving into the china cabinet. I also added this pencil tree in the dining room, which we actually bought specifically for this spot, and it works great here. Last year I decorated it with hydrangeas, some plaid ribbon, and some berries, and it was really cute. So far I haven't decided what I want to do to it, if I want to decorate it or just leave lights on it. But I wanted to just get it set up for now, and I might go back in and do some decorating to it. But for now, it's just simple with the lights, and it kind of lets, you know, just the rest of the decor shine. I love adding seasonal touches to the china cabinet. And what I find is it's best to do a really great base styling of items that can transition through every season. That way, you can just pull out whatever the seasonal items are, whether it's fall and you've got pumpkins, or you're during winter and Christmas time and you have bows and greenery. But it's so easy to pull in and out just a few pieces that make it feel really festive, but not have to restyle the entire thing, especially during really busy seasons of life. Our tree is pre-lit, but the last couple of years I have added some additional strands of these incandescent twinkle lights. So this is what it looks like before the twinkle lights, and then after an additional 500 lights have been added. I love a super, super lit up, warm glow of the Christmas tree. So maybe not for everybody, but I love the additional lights on the tree. I'm going to go in and add some branches, ribbons, pine cones, ornaments, lots of stars this year, as well as a new tree topper. So I did this tree in a similar fashion to what I did last year with a few new additions, and I think it turned out beautifully. I still need to change out the batteries on my tree candles and add those. And honestly, I may just add a few things, just kind of depending on, I don't know, how I'm feeling over the next few weeks. I always think it's fun to kind of decorate as you go if you just, I don't know, get inspired, or if I do any Christmas crafting and craft something else to put on the tree. So we will see what the coming weeks bring, but I can tell you for sure that we are doing a Hogwarts-inspired Christmas up in the library. And then our newly made over bedroom, I am going to be dressing her in her Christmas best with a few new additions to the room as well. So tune in for that one. If you haven't subscribed, definitely do it. Turn on your notifications so you get notified every time I upload a video, and keep an eye out for those in the coming weeks. I hope that you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Hang tight though, this one's not over yet.